Hey, so this video is completely spontaneous, didn't plan it at all. I was just reading this very interesting article and thought that it should be something that I talk about because, sometimes shit gets serious and everything's not always about making people laugh. Sometimes it's about making people just think. So, this article that I read, it was about this guy who had been serving in Iraq and came home, and so he wrote, this long article about not necessarily his experiences during the war, but just his overall feelings, I guess his overall feelings during and after the war. Whatever your feelings are of war, there's a lot more to it than just, your moral stance on it. Being under that much pressure for extended amounts of time can, psychologically do a lot of things to you, as it can physically. But it spoke to me because I can really relate to how he was feeling. Not like I've served in a war or I know anything about, the post-trauma that soldiers can experience or anything like any kind of adrenaline even remotely close to the kind that they experienced during war. But it's like I was just sitting there and thinking I could really see myself doing something like that, to be in a warlike situation or in a war, serving in a military or whatever. This is difficult to explain because my opinions on war, I've never really thought about that whole area. For me, it's just mostly been feminism or equal marriage rights, just more at home politics. I don't know, and I almost felt bad because I know that war, it's not something I encourage or anything, but at the same time, just because of the way that this guy talked about it, it's not like he was saying oh, war is so great, it's like Call of Duty. You just get to sit there and you snipe people and you get awards and bonus points for headshots and everything. It's real and it's raw, but that kind of thing just sounds very appealing to me. And so it's I don't, morally speaking, I don't know how I feel about that. It's similar to being gay or being lesbian or pansexual or asexual, whatever your sexual orientation is. It's if you feel that way about something, those are your feelings and you are entitled to feel however you want. You shouldn't let people say oh, well, my opinion is the right opinion and I don't think you should be doing that. I don't agree with people having this mindset that their opinions are the only right ones, because that doesn't make any sense. Your lifestyle is not always right for everyone else, and I think that people have their own right lifestyle that is specifically good for them. I can honestly say that that is something that I have suffered from, I guess you could say. Not suffered, but those have been my legitimate feelings about certain things. I go to a church. I'm going to not, name. I don't want to cause any bad feelings to go towards this church, but they were saying things about homosexuality that I did not agree with. And, you might be thinking, well, why don't you just, stop going to that church? It's not as simple as that. I'm only 17, I still live with my parents, and I still have certain appearances that I need to uphold so that I'm able to peacefully, for the most part, continue to live in this house until I'm able to financially support myself. And to hear this church that I've grown up with say these things, it was really upsetting because that's not what I believe, and I just kind of had to sit there for a few moments and listen to this thing and just silently disagree with it. And I was being stupid and naive and just thinking that just because I don't agree with it means that, what I think is the right thing, that they're completely wrong, they're stupid, and I'm, intelligent, I know what I'm talking about, so they should listen to me and not whatever figure that they're looking to for this so-called knowledge. And I realized that after, being spoken to by my best friend Caroline, it's like what they believe on this matter, that is their choice. They choose to believe that. They think their way is correct, so that's good for them. If it works for them, that's fine. I may not agree with it, but it's what they believe, and they should be entitled to believe that without me giving them a bunch of shit about it. Not to say that you shouldn't be open about your opinions on controversial topics. I'm saying that you shouldn't try to control what they think. So in regards to war, it's just, I shouldn't let what people think about wars influence how I feel maybe about serving in the military. Because, it potentially might be something that I want to do. I don't know. I mean, this is just kind of spur of the moment thing that I've been thinking about. But it shouldn't matter what other people think about what you want to do. You should do things because you want to do them, because you think it's going to make you happy, or you're going to, achieve this and this and this, whatever it may be. You should do things because you want to do it, because you think that is right for you. So basically just do what you think is right, and you'll be fine. Fuck everyone else. I mean, don't be rude. I'm not encouraging you to just, not give a shit about what people think, because I think it's important to, consider other people's opinions and acknowledge that those are their opinions and they don't necessarily have to match up with yours. Sorry that this has kind of been a bit more serious or whatever, but I just felt like this was something important that I should discuss. See you guys next Tuesday? Today is Tuesday. I'm on track of things.